Hello there, my name is Xavier Patch Taylor, and I'm analysing the recent Dreamworld campaign for their 360 video marketing. They explore new realms of immersion through this, informing, exciting, and displaying what their product has to offer in a way that couldn't be performed before. The targeted consumer for this type of campaign is slightly different to the other adrenaline-fueled advertisements out there. The campaign runs exclusively on their YouTube channel in form of a 360 view video. These types of videos can only be seen in full effect when directed and watched on a smartphone, which, very importantly, limits and specifies their audience to those who understand this technology. They can also be seen on updated browsers, but to much less effect. As a result, the key insight gained from understanding this target audience is rather than trying to appeal directly to Roy Morgan's conventional family life, they have adopted the look at me and young optimism as their new target. This may prove problematic, as the conventional family life more accurately reflects the type of audience seen at Dreamworld. To remedy this, the teenagers must form the initiators and influencers of the decision-making unit and prompt their families to come along for the ride. The core objective of this campaign is to raise publicity and spread the word for their new rides through a creative contemporary medium. The most applicable message strategy to this type of campaign is the generic message strategy, where Dreamworld seeks to promote the category of thrill rides over their own brand's uniqueness. This is a bold idea, but one that often pays dividends, especially when the brand in question leads the industry like Dreamworld does. It is considered as the biggest and most widely visited theme park in Australia, according to their website, IBISWorld, multiple news sources, and its annual revenues compared to the relevant theme parks such as SeaWorld, Wet n Wild, and Movie World. This renders Dreamworld as the outright market leader in the theme parks industry. The big idea behind this campaign is simple: immersion. The product is advertised as realistically as possible. No music, no external prompts, just the ride and the feeling you get when you take the ride. The Dreamworld brand falls more towards the quality corner of a positioning map, with quality indicated as better and prices just above those of its competitors. The brand positioning actually doesn't fit too effectively with their target audience of look at me and young optimism, as their brand reflects expensive quality, which these Roy Morgan categories often can't afford. This is potentially resolved, however, with these groups' strong connection and influence of their primary consumer, the conventional family life. This strategic approach is certainly different from their previous. Instead of focusing on prices, joy, and a day of fun, they attempted to sell reality and visceral immersion that does target a new audience, but almost neglects their old. The strategic approach could be improved by sharpening the way they attempted to raise publicity by retaining this older audience through other videos showing families and a day of joy. Success is evaluated best by the awareness of these rides over all else, as this was their key objective, and sales don't directly reflect the effect from the advertising alone. For the most part, this campaign equips an appeal to emotion. The emphasis is placed on evoking emotions of excitement, joy, and accomplishment. On the FCB planning model, the purchase experience is difficult to pin down. The ticket bought to enter Dreamworld is a high involvement feeling and thinking decision. However, the decision to get on a ride is much more of an instantaneous reaction, falling into the low involvement feeling sector. The advertisement's appeal reflects the ride's involvement directly. The creative recommendation for this type of advertisement is attracting attention, and the ad definitely succeeds. This campaign doesn't really reflect the brand's personality quite like the previous campaigns from Dreamworld. It is instead an experimental creation that tests the waters of a different audience. The most obvious creative technique they utilized was the use of an immersive new technology. This is a great idea. However, this technology is limited, and to broaden their creative horizons, they could utilize older camera techniques such as POV and fisheye to express the realism of the experience as well. This would also allow better access to the campaign, as they could be viewed on TV or a computer. As mentioned before, this campaign functions currently in only one media channel, YouTube. This visual displays the age of visitors to the YouTube site in March of 2015, not too far away from the release of the 360 Buzzsaw video. The results are interesting to analyze. The majority of viewers fall among either side of the 25 to 34 age bracket. However, the time spent on the site is easily won by the younger age bracket, 18 to 24 and even younger. According to DigiDay, the younger bracket spends on average just over 10 hours a week on this site, which slopes off towards the older ages. This results in a higher exposure of videos amongst the younger crowd, despite the raw number of people being less. This, in aggregation with the millennials' understanding of social media, places them as the sole source of exposure for new videos and ideas. This results in the younger crowd being the prime target market for spreading publicity of a new ride. The media approach could be improved by sharpening the way they attempted to raise publicity by using more channels such as social media, television, and extensions of their videos to promote growth. Overall, the campaign is a trailblazer into a territory that I believe is effective. Dreamworld clearly needs to maintain their leader status amongst theme parks. The use of new media is a strong strategy to achieve this.